Welcome to another edition of National Focus. I'm Tasia Floissac. Coming up, Prime Minister Skerrit condemns deportation of Dominican Republic nationals. Grant 4 receives $146,000 for 15 constituency projects, and a new care for the elderly group launched in Salibel. Details of our headline stories and more after this.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is two courts in one? The CCJ has two functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Thanks for staying with us. The Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is condemning the actions of the Dominican Republic government for taking a decision to deport nationals of Haitian descent. The Dominican Republic gave nationals of Haitian descent a deadline of June 17, 2015 to apply for legal residency. But with the vast majority of these people being unable to attain all the documents before that time frame, they face deportation. The Honorable Prime Minister said that at a recent meeting in Brussels earlier in June, the government of the Dominican Republic had given regional governments the commitment that these citizens would be regularized, but this is not the case.
You have people of Haitian descent who were born in the Dominican Republic, who by a decision of the Supreme Court denied them, stripped them of the right to citizenship in the Dominican Republic. We had gotten commitments from the DR government that they had taken action to regularize those people. But the time frame which they gave and the onerous requests which they were making of the applicants made it virtually impossible for the vast majority of those citizens to apply for the citizenship.
According to the Honorable Prime Minister, some of the nationals have no families in Haiti and the children are out of school.
What we've been saying at the CARICOM level, that this is not an immigration issue. This is not about somebody in your country who doesn't have papers and the person is not has not been regularized, he doesn't have a work permit, and therefore you deport him. We believe and we maintain that this is a human rights issue. And Amnesty International and the International Criminal Court have all, the International Human Rights Court, have all ruled and given their opinions on this matter. And I believe that we as citizens of the world must be cognizant of these issues and to raise our voice in condemnation.
The Honorable Prime Minister says the Caribbean community should take an even stronger stance as its next heads of government meeting in Barbados. In more news, the government of Dominica is looking at ways to finance healthcare for Dominican families. Government has engaged the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, to advise them on options to consider. The Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says a national health insurance scheme and financing of the healthcare services are to be considered.
This government has been lamenting the fact that financing of healthcare services is becoming prohibitive to many families, the majority of families. And it is something that concerns us. And we see the amount of money the Ministry of Health is spending on healthcare, pharmaceuticals. As a matter of fact, in this budget coming up, they're making a request for an additional amount to be included on top of what has been provided in the past. And the number of people who have to fetch medical care out of Dominica, the cost at it. And you know, doctors these days and hospitals these days, you have to pay them before the intervention is made. You know, before you do the surgery and after you pay. Now, if you do not have the money you will not get the care that you need in many parts of this world, and the Caribbean and Dominica in some cases included.
The Grand Forks constituency will see the undertaking of several government projects in the community over the next few weeks. On Wednesday, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the constituency, Ivor Stevenson, handed over a check of $146,121 to the Village Council for the completion and continuation of a total of 15 projects in the communities of Grand Forks, Rivière-Syriaque, and Montjean. One of the major projects to be undertaken is work on the Grand Forks playing field. A new cricket pitch and football goalpost will be installed. Work will also be done on the basketball hardcourt. Washroom facilities for 2 constituents and work on the Newfoundland and Mangwe farm access roads are also on the list of projects to be undertaken.
And I'm today very proud, my dear brothers and sisters, to be standing here as a PAL rep to ensure that this part of the constituency continues to receive funds for the development of the communities. I'm happy to be standing here as PAL rep to be working with the village councils of Montjean and Rivière-Syriaque and also Grand Forks, so that we can see that collaborative effort in ensuring we improve our road infrastructure, we improve the well-being of the people of these communities.
Following the handing over ceremony, a town hall meeting was conducted for constituents to raise their concerns and discuss plans for the future development of the constituency. Also this news time is Sulukati Chrysolite, meaning Crayfish River Precious Stones, is the name of a new group formed in the community of Salibert with the elderly in mind. On Wednesday, an official ceremony was held to inaugurate the new group, whose motto is to helping the elderly, caring for the needy.
We have pledged ourselves to provide social support such as home visits to our sick and shut-ins, assisting the poor and needy, and to help improve the social status of older persons in our community. With help and support from the Dominican Council on Aging, the other groups in the territory and on island, liaising with each other, and donations from within and without will help us to make life better for our senior citizens, our sick and shut-ins, our physically challenged, our underprivileged, and less fortunate persons in society.
Parliamentary representative for the Kalinago territory, Tasia, also witnessed the inauguration ceremony. The Honorable Parliamentary representative listed a number of projects initiated by government that benefit the elderly in the territory. These include housing, care for the elderly, provision of washroom facilities, and the recently initiated $200 monthly stipend for senior citizens. Honorable Daru said between the Yes We Care and the National Employment Programs, 41 senior citizens are being cared for in the territory. He encouraged members of the group to identify additional needy senior citizens to be placed under the Yes We Care program. He spoke of other areas that need tending as it relates to seniors.
It is our intention from the Ministry of Kalinago Affairs to work closely with all groups, but most importantly with our local leader, the Kalinago Chief and Councils, to ensure that our senior citizens are well taken care of. So we need to ensure that all our senior citizens have access to pipe-borne water, electricity, cooking gas, for example, under the Petro-Caribbean program. All this we need to ensure that we make full use of them, Kalinago Chief, Obutu, to ensure that our senior citizens are taken care of. Recently, there's this group called the Dominica Guadeloupe Association group, which we had a meeting with in Dominica. And what we are planning to do is to provide some technical support to persons who are into caring for the elderly in terms of physiotherapy. So we will be making those services and programs available to those who are giving care to the elderly.
The group is 21 members strong and is the 5th group organized to care for the elderly in the Kalinago territory. You're watching National Focus. Stay with us.
The Ministry of Health's monthly mass aerobics is on. Dress in your exercising gear and join the Ministry of Health at
the Establishment Department
from 5 p.m. on the Bayfront for 1 hour of exercising and dancercising in the fight against chronic non-communicable diseases. Reduce obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes and cancer. Yes, make it a date and participate in the Ministry of Health mass aerobics session
on Thursday, June 25th
from 5 p.m. on the Roseau Bayfront. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
Welcome back. The Discover Dominica Authority is using experiential education to market the destination. Last month, DDA welcomed 25 students and teachers from the Sister Borgia Elementary School out of St. Martin. The students took part in a number of activities, including visiting the geothermal sites, as well as fulfilling the practical requirements of their biology and physics curriculum. Chief Executive Officer of the DDA, Colin Piper, says it's an opportunity to gain extra visitors as well.
It's heads in beds, okay, so it's 25 visitors that ordinarily may not have come. It's economic activity for the hotel. It's 25 people who now have had an experience in Dominica and may now go back and knowing young adults and children will speak to their folks about the wonderful experience they had and maybe convince them to come. So out of that 25, we hope that we'll see some more and some of their families coming. But it's an opportunity in general to grow that niche and to foster some economic activity.
Also this news time, the Dominica State College is on a mission to provide even more opportunities for Dominica to have a qualified, skilled and educated human resource pool. This summer, the college will be offering 6-week courses in a number of programs, making allowances for those unable to take full 3-year programs at the DSC. Accounting assistant at the DSC, Shakira Lockhart, says these courses are a response to the request of the nation.
This year, the State College has embarked on short courses for the summer. We have listened to the public and decided to go on with our short courses, which will be 6 weeks for the summer. The courses are basic plumbing, techniques, QuickBooks Pro, marketing concepts, do-it-yourself auto mechanics, business communication, cosmetology, hair designs, customer service management, restaurant management, project management, and do-it-yourself auto mechanics and management 101 for parents.
Participants of the courses will receive certificates and current students will be allotted credits at the end of the program. Admissions advisor at the DSC, Anik Bruno, notes that registration for these courses are hassle-free.
So you go on our website www.dsc.edu.dm. You can go on to short courses, click on the icon short courses, and it takes you to a page where you can sign up. You can also come into our office, admissions office, Stock Farm Campus, and you can sign up using our form and pay just $150. There's no registration form inclusive, just $150 for the program for 6 weeks.
And finally, this news time, the Office of Disaster Management is taking its job of preparing the nation in the event of a national emergency very seriously. At an interview with Program Officer, the ODM, Steve Joseph, last week, he said that communities can take advantage of training programs offered by the ODM, such as the Community Preparedness Kit, to prepare for emergency situations.
The intent of the Community Disaster Training Kit was to give a roadmap and some tools. And when I say tools, I mean soft tools, and not hammer and chainsaws. Tools, steps, in other words, of how you go about working with the community to plan for emergencies, how you organize them, so putting the structure in place, how do you do the risk assessment and the hazard assessments, and how do you put a plan together that caters for the needs of that community. Of course, once you identify the risk and the hazards that community exposed to, you see how the community can respond to it. And so that's the kit. So your early warning should be part of that plan. How do you react? Where do you go? What route do you take? Where's your assembly point? Where's your safe zone? Where's your shelter? Who opens the shelter? All these are part of the information that goes into your plan. And the kit is meant to provide guidelines as to how you plan that process.
In order to make use of the training provided, the officer says it is necessary for communities to have their individual disaster response groups.
Portsmouth has been a community we've worked with for a very long time, and we're happy that the CAP helped to reinvigorate the interest. But you have the Butte at Bioche, and you have Calabishi, and a number of communities with their community disaster committees. If not a community disaster committee, you have CDRTs, with the community disaster response teams, or the CERTs, the community emergency response teams. And so we're hoping that all communities take a leaf from those communities that have led.
The ODM is currently in the process of implementing a project in the southeast targeting communities from Delis to Grand Fort. That program will provide training in community emergency response funded by the Global Environment Fund Jeff Small Grants Program in partnership with the Dominica Association of Local Community Authorities and the Local Government Division. Joseph notes that this is all part of empowering community leaders to respond in the event of an emergency.
This is the kind of activities that we're doing because we feel when an emergency threatens us, those of us who are charged with the national responsibility will not be at the community level. It is the community leaders themselves who receive some level of capacity, who will respond and be able to take care of their affairs and those of their neighbors and their families. And this is why we feel the community emergency response program is a very important one.
And before we leave, here's one announcement. The Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Grand Fort constituency, Ivor Stevenson, will hold town hall meetings at the following dates and times. Monday, June 29th at Cyrilla's Place in Montjean and Tuesday, June 30th at Ibex 20 at River Sirik. Villagers are asked to make every effort to attend and be on time as there are important matters to discuss. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Premier Ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit a bien condamné la décision European Union pour faire parole blacklisting 14 pays Caraïbes. European Union a fait parole qui ces pays là pas qu'à chaîne régulation corporation affaires taxes. Premier ministre a fait parole qui décision là qu'a mettre ces pays là en problème et puis ça pas supposé passer comme blague. Premier ministre Skerrit fait parole que Dominique a debout bien solide que European Union pas une pièce fondation pour décision ailleurs. Pièce consultation par les chaînes et puis ces pays là pour te parler bagaille qu'a concerné yo. Et de malgré Dominique pas assez liste salam, ça qui est vraiment important, c'est droit ces pays salam et puis qu'on paye OECS et puis CARICOM, Dominique a debout en solidarité et puis ces pays là pour debout et puis protéger bon nos ailleurs. Et des régulations pays CARICOM en ordre et puis ça bien important. Premier ministre Skerrit fait parole qui yo bien sous point European Union, ça fait ou là yo sorti joindre en Bruxelles. Et d'ici European Union tini bagay CARICOM ka concerné yo te supposé taper clarification yo. Premier ministre a dit yo pas ka goumer European Union mais ka one action en l'intérieur yo. Et de CARICOM et puis OECS qui prend décision bien formidable au compte décision ça là. La nouvelle délégation par haut qui a visité le pays là à présent, qu'a joint et puis officier santé pour discuter la situation santé en Dominique. Parole ça là sorti du ministre santé, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow.
Et là nous avons bien recommandations qui viennent bien suggestions qui viennent contre population. So là c'est mon comme on dit débrief moi j'ai dit nous que ça Ça yo ka pense yo ke ba non status ou la nou ye avait considéré population de 70 000 monde avec qui option qui pli am servi en place que Dominique nous que comment gouvernement nous que move ça forward.
Ministre Darou fait parole qui est très excité et puis initiative ça là.
C'est une initiative mon très excité. Parce que moi crois c'est qu'elle fait une différence comment nous délivrer health services à Dominique et moi crois l'hôpital neuf là qui a l'hôpital neuf là qui a venu et maintenant nous increase en ces specialized services là nous avons study actuellement nous comment docteur l'autre pays qui spécialise en différents specialties. So muka work future health services à Dominique qui est bon.
Another nouvelle is Caribbean Group of Companies qui a fait provision technique à une manière assister habitants poultry manager business à you plus effectivement. Plusieurs habitants poultry, c'est-à-dire poule Dominique, attendaient un séminaire un jour qui était organisé par compagnie là, qui était aussi en collaboration et puis l'occasion qui a vendu manger poule et ministre agriculture. L'année là, compagnie là a targeté habitants poultry et puis cochon. Officier extension ministre agriculture Anthony Cyril encourageait habitants pour travailler ensemble à une manière avancer secteur là. Et les Dominiques obligés de complémenter les affaires où là il a produit bon produit poule. Cyril aussi fait parole qui plus travail nécessaire pour production viande à poule. Facilitateur séminaire là c'est Dr. Robert Thomas de Jamaïque. Il y a l'autre séminaire pour habitants cochon pour en place Jodia. Et puis finalement, ça fait qu'à concerner design industriel, recevez attention pendant séminaire intellectual property qui prend place en Dominique Semaine-Sala. M. Marc Marie facilité séminaire là.
Relativement pour fabriquer après dessin la fête. Parce que mon là qui fait ça, faut une protection pour ça il dessin. Et puis ensuite par la suite mais hier aussi nous parler quoi c'est quoi qui est industrial design. C'est-à-dire là où fait tout le monde connaît chaise, mais nous toute qualité chaise. Tout le monde a fait un dessin à chaise différent. Donc tout le monde qui doit si dessin à faire, c'est celle qui doit faire qualité chaise là ça et puis forme là ça. Même là on peut parler puis là c'est un microphone, mais les microphones qui ont différents shapes, différents longueurs, tout ça c'est dessin. Tout produit nous vendre, nous acheter ni un dessin.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole. Pour à présent, non moins c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, how to get bad odors and mildew out from clothes.
Get in and fasten your seatbelt, okay?
Mom, why do I have to wear seatbelts? I do not want to.
James, when I ask you to fasten your seatbelt, please do as I say. It's for your own safety and protection, okay?
Yeah.
Protect yourself, protect the child. Always fasten your seatbelt. Crashes can happen at any time. It is better to be safe than sorry. Remember, seatbelts save lives. A message brought to you by the Violence and Injury Surveillance System Committee in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization.
Using 2 cups of vinegar, pour 1 cup into the soap dispenser of the washing machine and the other directly into the bottom of the basin. Turn the machine on and let it run on clean washer setting. After that is done, sprinkle about half a cup of baking soda in the basin and run a regular wash cycle with hot water. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter @GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Tasia Floissac. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.